Hey folks, Big Cummins gonna be hitting this here channel soon. I'm having a new laptop delivered tomorrow, which is better than the current piece of crap I have, so I'll probably be using like a real webcam instead of the embedded graded thing that's currently sitting there, but I don't know, it all depends on how good the actual camera quality is, and this might potentially be the last episode I film on this laptop, so goodbye you piece of shit. If not, then goodbye you piece of shit tomorrow. I don't know how long it's going to take to set up the thing and when it will arrive and whatnot. But the big thing about this is I'm going to be able to start doing a lot more actual gameplay stuff. Now, not so much editing. That's still a ways away. I mean, I guess maybe Windows Movie Maker should be something I pick up in my talent tree, but nah. I'm thinking more doing live streams. So, from Awesome Knots to Borderlands, from Terraria to Unreal Tournament, keep it here, and check out the Twitch channel Coze0 Ponage, COZE number 0 PWNAGE. That is where I'll be doing all my live streams. Check out the Twitter information in my YouTube channel to get I'll be tweeting out the links for when I start live streaming. So, yeah. So, the news topic that I'm going to discuss today is sort of a wrapping together of all of the sort of big news stories that have happened today. Probably the biggest one is that Watch Dogs and The Crew were delayed. The Crew possibly into 2015, Watch Dogs certainly into early 2014. Luckily, the Division was not delayed, but it was probably going to be a 2014 release anyway, so I don't care. That's definitely the Ubisoft game I'm looking for the most. And that's a thing. People are concerned. The other thing is that Microsoft has been doing this week of Xbox videos where they showed yesterday what is basically Twitter for the Xbox, in the sense that, oh, I'm playing this game, or I uploaded this video to this site or something, which is genuinely interesting, because giving a live feed of what your friends and what celebrities are doing is cool. I mean, that's in part why Twitter is so successful. It's because I can figure out what, I don't know, Kim Kardashian's doing. But this way, say there's somebody on YouTube you watch a lot, or, somebody you follow on Twitter who's an Xbox person, you can figure out, oh, they're playing Call of Duty Ghosts right now, and maybe this ends up starting a big community revolution. That would be interesting, all things considered. But those two things aren't something I'm going to base this entire episode on. The thing I'm basing this entire episode on is Microsoft has a hill to climb. I talked about how bringing back Killer Instinct and Panzer Dragoon and Dead Rising has given them a challenge to work with. But from each of those games, what I've seen so far, it seems like they're going to surmount it. The bigger challenge that Microsoft has to deal with right now is the misinformation. And that seems to be what some of Microsoft's videos this week have been, is countering the misinformation that a lot of consumers still have to this day. Despite the numerous news reports, some average consumers still don't know the truth, which is very unfortunate and not good for anyone. I don't think anybody wants misinformation, even if it's about a competitor, because then you get complacent, and that's not good. That's clearly what happened as these years went on, and Microsoft obviously got more complacent with how they approached just about everything, because they were undeniably the dominant platform. Now, while they do have this big PR hump to get over, which some people, for whatever reason, still can't get past, even though I don't know what's wrong with you, they're on level playing field for me. $100. I mean, once you start getting games and controllers, and you're probably going to get PlayStation Plus if you're going to be playing on the multiplayer games, then the cost difference really shrinks and goes away, especially in the long run, as things tend to happen. The thing is, once Microsoft gets over this hurdle, they're free to go. They're good. they're golden, in my opinion. I mean, you have that whole Connect thing. Maybe it's spying on us. Maybe it isn't. I mean, that was probably the worst thing that could have happened. Is have this Connect information happen at the same time we had this NSA issue here in America. That was probably the worst thing that could have ever happened for the console launch or announcement, as it were. And despite dozens of people going, we're not doing it, and if we were doing it, which we're not because nobody's working on it, we would ask your permission first. They've repeated this time and time again since the kerfuffle has started. The reason why I say Microsoft is pretty free to go is, okay, well, what's Sony bringing to the table? Huh? I mean, what are the big games? The big games that are launching on the PlayStation 4? Killzone? Knack? Drive Club? You know, I mean, Killzone's certainly a visually impressive game. Lots of particle effects, and Knack is reminiscent of Banjo and Kazooie, or what's his name? Crash Bandicoot. But what else is there? I mean, certainly you have a lot of independent games, which has sort of been Sony's focus, fortunately or unfortunately. But if you look at the list of games that are going to be available on PlayStation 4 at launch, it's like, you know, this is the size of the exclusive stuff, about 8 titles, and then this is the multi-platform or independent games that are already out on other shit, or are going to be coming out on other shit, undeniably. I mean, Warframe is pretty much... The people at Warframe Digital Streams are pretty much gone, yeah, it's going to be on the Xbox One soonish. TM. I mean, certainly there are some games like PlanetSide 2 that will never end up on the Xbox because it's Sony Online Entertainment, so, you know, that's too bad, but you have a computer, you can play that. You have a computer, you can play Warframe. You have a computer, you can play N+. You have a computer, you can play, you know, dozens of games. Dive Kick's already out. There's a lot of stuff. Awesomenaut's a game I love. It's already out. That, you know, yeah, it's nice that it's there, but is it supposed to sell a console to me? I don't know. Personally, no. I mean, I have no interest in playing PlanetSide. I've had my fun with Warframe, and it sort of lost its interest to me, and I'm already very heavily invested in Awesomenauts, so I'm not going to switch the platform anytime soon. And, you know, past that, what else is there? Come on, Sony. Come on, give me Netflix, sure, okay. Good voice chat system. Effective online play. Very good cloud support computation. Good looking exclusive titles coming down the line. There's the Order 1886, and that seems like a pretty cool title, but stacked against Titanfall, or even Project Spark, which is turning out to be something that could potentially just destroy what Minecraft has established as the player-created content machine. You know, right out of the gate, Sony has a very good PR run, but once people get the box in their hands and they realize, oh, these are exact same games I have on the Xbox, or the exclusives are good, but there aren't a lot of them. I mean, you look at in my opinion, the 5 big titles on the Xbox. You got Crimson Dragon, Killer Instinct, Dead Rising, Rise, and Forza. There's probably a couple others that I'm forgetting, but those are the 5 that I'm, you know, looking at, and those are at launch, and those are all very diverse, very interesting games. You got the zombie game, which some people say they're tired of zombies. I'll personally never tire of zombies. You have a dragon riding game. You remember the last time a dragon riding game was at launch of a console? But luckily, this isn't forcing you to use some sort of silly controller. They have a very well-loved fighting game returning from 16 years in the grave. You have Forza, which is a well-established franchise. And then you have Rise, which, you know, people say this and they say that, but at least it looks damn good. So, what is it? What can Sony do to sell me a PlayStation 4? Certainly it isn't their commercials. That greatness awaits thing, yeah, let's stroll through a street and spend how many millions of dollars to make this set look as nice as possible, but where are the games? Show me the games, dudes. That's what sells the console to me in the long run. I mean, additional technology is awesome, don't get me wrong. The Kinect seems like potentially the most revolutionary thing in gaming since the Wiimote. And that's dubious to say at least. But looking at what Sony's bringing to the table, yeah, they got a nice machine, and yeah, it's cheaper. But give me another month. But give us another month. Give us 2 months before more big multi-platforms like Destiny hit, and then we see the big exclusives that are early 2014 Microsoft launches like Project Spark and Titanfall. They might be buried under the weight of their own promises that they just can't keep. I don't know. I mean, this is the first console launch we've had of this scale in a long time. Sorry, Wii U, you don't count. But that's what I have to say on this matter. It's a very interesting matter to consider, and I hope that you're able to at least think about it differently. Maybe you don't want to see it from my point of view because I'm seeing it from a point of view you don't like. At least empathize with me. Maybe. But thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I shall see all of you on twitch.tv/CozoPwnage. Be sure to be there. Wink. Later.